So this is just a check-in for my accountability and also tapping into that awareness that like a healing process is more powerful when there's witness to that and when there's recognition. And there's a lot of emotion that seems to be wrapped up in this question that I'm examining, which is from yesterday's work. I'm just trying to give space to go through things methodically, but it's talking about what are the limiting beliefs you have about scarcity when it comes to money and feeling safe. And the answers that I've started writing, you know, I have a relatively clear sense of where these stem from, and they're like, you know, they're core wounds and core traumas. And they're like narratives that I'm working on rewriting and helping make new connections and new neural pathways that are not repetitions of these limiting beliefs about lack and scarcity. But what it's made me realise is that I'm placing my intrinsic value based on other people and other people's perceptions. And it's not to say that the limiting beliefs that I have outlined here are inherently people's beliefs about me. They're my anxious, wounded, traumatized beliefs about what I think other people feel about me based on, you know, experiences I've had and patterns that have repeated in my creative life, in my moments to strive to break down barriers that are limiting my expression, in environments that are supposed to be about sharing and about equal opportunity for people to express themselves. And I always have felt that I've been fighting to try and carve out a path where my voice can be heard and expressed and, I suppose, on some level understood. And that path has led me to like the work that I ultimately do in holding space for other people to tap into that as well. But I don't want to labour the point, but I'm finding it hard to actually read these because yeah, there's a lot of emotion connected to these. No one believes in me. No one wants me here. No one values me. I've written no one wants me here again. No one likes me. I am not welcome here. There is no space for me. I am triggering for others. People are threatened by me. And I think there's probably more of a similar flavour if I were to really spend the time digging and exploring that, but I don't want to kind of go too deeply into that wound, at this moment in time, because I'm actually I'm trying to give myself a bit of space and get into a good flow state before I do a voice session with someone. So I want to be in a good space to be able to support that. But yeah, it occurred to me that I was like, who are these people? Who is no one? And who are others, and who are people, and where is here? And does that mean all space? Does that mean that I'm not safe or welcome anywhere? And then I was like, well, that sounds a lot like there's like that separation of like the internal space to the external environment, and like me, them dynamic going on, and that in some way that is like a disempowering perception or like way of looking at the world, of like determining your own value and wealth just on a very fundamental level, not in terms of like even getting to the point of material wealth, but like actually being worthy enough of sharing space with others, or sharing a creative space with others, like sharing like a space where music and sound is a part of that story. So like that's been kind of eye-opening for me, and I think it's also tied into like a struggle. I've had a very, very difficult day yesterday, having to essentially demand to know why 2 invoices of mine hadn't been paid, and having to be quite firm about that, and seeing that as like, oh wow, this was like a great learning opportunity for me, because it was also enabling me to tap into this like power and groundedness that I've been working on in kind of like integrative trauma therapy around like boundaries. So that was like a pretty direct opportunity for me to be like, cool, that's all very nice, but I still need an answer from you as to when I'm gonna get paid. And seeing that was like a practical manifestation, which actually started some time ago, but it was a practical manifestation of presenting me with an opportunity to step into my power in a more direct way, and that's then the process of like of self-belief, having an opportunity to grow and to like step up to the mark, basically. So I'm that took a lot of energy from me yesterday, and created sort of a tension dynamic, and also disrupted like a professional relationship, the trusting foundation within that. So all of the questions that have been coming up so far with this, that are big themes for me about, okay, like in what way do I want to work, and how do I want to work, and like what kind of people do I want to work with, and those questions all reinforcing what the intuitive gut has said already, which is, well, I don't want to be messed around. I don't want to have to like wait for an energy exchange when I know that the value of what I'm offering is huge, and that particular income stream is not actually related to the voice work, and what I'm doing with the voice work is like giving me much clearer, stronger indicators of people are more than happy to exchange, and that happens easily, and there's like a good flow happening there. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should be directing my energy and attention to like where the flow is, and not not trying to draw blood from a stone is the expression that comes to mind. I don't think I really meant to ramble on for as long as I did, but I just feel like I wanted to share that, and already bringing some stuff to the table that I'm working with, but this current like period of time and like my receptivity to everything is like being met in a like it's supportive to be engaging with this program at this particular moment, because it's kind of the space has been created, and it's I'd said this to Lisa in an email, like I've been clearing things out the way, and this is kind of now filling my space with good things and good questions that are prompting me to kind of like, oh, like let's grow here, and like expand the space that's available for me to play with and tap into. So just wanted to share that, and looking forward to sharing and learning about other people's processes and how everyone else is doing, and witnessing you guys in your growth. But if you've listened at all to any of this, I appreciate it, and